So this is the TM4C midterm where I programmed the TM4C to communicate with the MPU using the I2C protocol. So the first task is to display the values on the terminal using the UART. And I have the pitch, roll, accelerometer, and the gyroscope values. So right now, the MPU is in a neutral position. As expected, only the z-axis is measuring the acceleration because that is the gravity. Pitch and roll is near zero, and everything else is also near zero. So if I pitch it this way, the pitch will change in value. And it also goes negative. I go complete opposite. If I roll the board here, the roll is also being measured. And of course, for the accelerometer, of course, the z has already been measured. So if I make the board stand up like this, that is the y-axis, whereas every other value on the accelerometer is 0. And if I put it to the side, that is actually the x-axis, and that is near gravity acceleration, almost 9.8 meters seconds squared. And if I put it to the opposite side of the x, you will get the negative value. Now for the gyroscope is just moving left and right, and you can see the y is changing, the x is changing, reacting to the different movements. For the final task is to graph it. I did not run in debug mode because the terminal will lag, but I have the graph already set up and I set a breakpoint so it can graph real time. So the first two graphs are the x-axis for the accelerometer and gyroscope. The other two graphs, which is this one, number 2 is pitch, and number 3 is roll. So if I hit the play button, the graph is moving. So this is the accelerometer for the x. If I put it on its side, the graph goes up to roughly 9. And if I want it negative, I put it to the opposite side and it goes negative, back to neutral, and it will go back to 0. For the gyroscope, there are some movements, so if I just wiggle it up and down, left and right, the graph is changing, putting it back to neutral, it go back to normal. For the pitching it, so if I just tilt it upwards, the graph should change, and it is changing. If I tilt it the opposite way, it will go the other way. And then the roll, which is the last graph, if I tilt it to the side, tilting it, and it's changing, tilt it the other way, should go the opposite direction. And that is the values. Back to neutral, and should be approaching 0, as it should. And that's it.